everybody familiar with David Strickland?
Yeah.
Actor. He, yeah, I'm sure you know. He committed suicide. He committed suicide in this really crappy motel that's across the street from the Stratosphere. And on the side of the building, they have it. They actually advertise that they you can get a room by the hour, so you have an idea of how classy the joint is. And there's an open space. It's probably the only open space on all of the strip, but that's where all the homeless stay. So you walk there at night, and they're all curled up and under their sleeping bags. During the day, they're walking around with sharp sticks. It's freaking Lord of the Flies out there. It's scary, but I mean, it's all like broken bottles and syringes and stuff like that. I went in, the Weird Vegas people asked me to go back after I'd written the book, and they gave me a video camera and go, hey, just pick up some shots, and we'll put it on the website. Well, I parked in that abandoned field, and my girlfriend didn't want to go in and pick up the shots with me. So I said, all right, Jen, you just sit here in the car and keep your cell phone on if there's any problems, because there was nobody there at the time. But it's like a zombie movie, you know, it's going to happen. I go, you just sit here in the car, and if there's any problems, you know, call me up. I'm only right next door. I'll come running over. So I'm in there, and it's the middle of the day, and I've got this video camera. All I need to do is pick out the door 20, 21, whatever the room was. And I was just going to, you know, do a little scary back and forth Count Floyd style 3D pan, and you know, and then do some audio on top of it. Well, I knock on the door just to see if somebody is in there. It's, again, not brilliant of me, because you know, the people that go to the Oasis don't really want to be caught doing anything on video camera for sure. But I knock on the door, nobody answers, so I turn and I push in, and the room is open. But nobody's in there, but like the bed had just been, you know, is disheveled, but there's no trace of a human being in there. And I'm in there, and I'm walking around with a video camera, this place that David Strickland had hung himself. And I'd read that he had hung himself on a beam, but there was no beam, so I don't know if they got rid of it. But it really did feel weird. Now, I don't know how much of that was just me feeling weird and kind of like expecting it to, you know, to see a ghost. But, so I get out of there, I pick up all my shots, and I'm in there a little longer than I thought. And I'm walking around the corner, and there's this homeless guy who I bump into him, and he's got his sharp stick. And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. And he looked like he was gonna like stab me with it, and then he realized I've got a camera, and he gets his head in, and he walks away. I get in the car, and I said, and Jennifer is not talking to me. I realized right away she's not happy with me. And I said, why, any problems? She goes, yeah, there was a problem. And I said, what? She goes, you see that guy? He was staring at me. He was trying to get in the car. And I said, why didn't you call me? And she goes, oh, I tried. This is what happened. And she hit redial, and the phone rang inside. I didn't take my cell phone. It is a very, I mean, like if I ever do write a zombie movie, that scene's going in it. You know, the careless boyfriend forgets his cell phone in the car, and she gets killed. She doesn't like it. But I interviewed like a nighttime janitor there around 3 in the morning, and that guy was positive that there's ghosts coming out of that room. He said that I don't know, I think he was from Honduras or something like that. He had a thick accent, and he kept stressing to me that he's a religious man. I'm a religious man, sir. I'm a religious man. But I swear to God, there's a ghost in there. And he was telling me that every day between, I think it was 3 in the morning to 6 in the morning, he hears "help me" coming out of that room. It scares the hell out of me. I've never encountered a ghost. I want to. I know people who do. I believe people who do for whatever reason. I don't know if you know you're born that way that you can receive it. I've put myself in a lot of positions. I haven't seen it, but I definitely believe the people who tell me they do. And this guy, there was no doubt. He had nothing to gain. There was no profit to tell me. He was free. But so that's the Vegas stuff.